Welcome, everyone, to this healing energy treatment. My name is Jim Lal-Tabak. I'm a yoga teacher, energy healer, and health and wellness coach. Tonight, my focus will be on releasing internal traumas that we've taken in from outside. And then so we've internalized these things, and also perhaps have resentments that are related to that experience. So that's my intention for this evening. Just briefly, for those of you who haven't seen me before, I've been on the healing journey since 1982, when I had a near-death experience. And ever since then, and I was young and I thought I was invincible. And so now I know I'm not. and ever since then, I've been learning to balance my life, take care of myself. And I like to share that with others. And I have a practice that helps me keep up my health as best I can. Things happen, and discomfort occurs, and well, then we have to go back to school, so to speak. Anyway, so first of all, I'm going to what I would call energize this call, and that means if you see it, hear it again, the energy of the call is sort of permeating the sound and the visual, and so I'm just going to sort of give it a signature, so that when you revisit this, or if someone hears it online somewhere at another time, they get that energetic benefit that we can do, also get real time. So with that, I'll just talk briefly about whatever comes to mind about this topic, which I was thinking about. I always think about it, but part of it is why, well, okay, we have an experience and make a judgment. When we can realize that what happened on the external is not specifically directed at us or to us, that other event, whether it could be a storm, it could be someone who's having an emotional or physical experience, and we happen to be in that vicinity and get traumatized. So one of the things is the thought process that allows us to let go and to not judge and then take it in and revisit, right? Because once the resentment it's embedded, then we keep getting re-traumatized, right? Each time it comes into memory, then it's almost like it happened again. It happens to quite often like that, and it's like an anniversary. It's embedded in the cells, all kinds of different parts of our being, from the cells to the spirit, from the emotional body to the mental, cognitive sort of intelligence system in our body, and the nervous system. All those things, they get caught in that web, so to speak, of believing that that outside issue is directed at them, and then it's invited, in a sense, invited in. And we don't, that's not a good way to really live. I think we, feeling someone's pain, but understanding that they're having their own thing. It's theirs, not. And oftentimes the mistake is thinking it's ours, right? Or why, when you feel an emotional charge, you hear about something happening, and then you say, "Oh, that's bad," or "That's wrong." That's so. So what's going on is we're aligning, and not always the best way because of the judgment. Now, sometimes we need to protect ourselves, and it's okay to have opinions. But when it gets internalized and caught, that's the big problem, because it starts affecting us on our physiology, and our spirit gets wounded as well. So that's why I'm going to stop talking and go into more of a clearing those things, so we're not so it's not so embedded. And so I mean, to start with, what I was going to think, what I thought I might do is have each of you collectively, but individually, of course, what I mean to say is, at the same time, simultaneously, think about something or someone outside that gives you, that triggers or causes you to have an internal physiological or emotional mental experience. So think about that for a moment. Notice, when you're thinking about it, how it plays in your physical body. And then don't think about it. So I know someone just came in, and we were thinking about something that triggered us, that we felt in our physiology, thinking about something outside, perhaps something traumatic or triggering, and then how does that feel when you do that? And then you don't have to let it go, but you just shift your attention. And that's when we've sort of opened the pathway, and then we need to disconnect it from that whatever it is that causes discomfort and dis-ease. Okay, think about it again. See if it's changed. We'll make one more round. Notice if it's not as charged, or whatever. Maybe it's more aggravated, but see what it's like, and then we'll go through and going to add in something that came up called a buffer. Meaning some kind of softening between that external experience and the one we've created inside us. So the whole idea, part of the idea, is the experience happens perhaps in the present moment. The rest is all up inside our own experience for the most part. It's our memory. It's something we carry around with us. So it's important to remember that we don't have to carry it. We don't have to be a victim to it. It may keep resurfacing until we've learned whatever lesson it has been, that we need to. But it could be very uncomfortable, and I'm sorry to say, but we don't need to be a victim anymore. We don't need to hold on to it. And a lot of times the self-talk is, and I'm clearing it, is, if I don't, do XYZ, I'll be, I won't be able to protect myself, or I'll be vulnerable. So I have to keep up the memory, the guard, instead of that letting go of the walls, the fears, all those things. So we want to clear those out energetically. So one could argue that all these things still, in a kind of a quantum time sort of thing, that they all still exist. And if so, there's also in a kind of a time and reality check, that they don't all mean the same. They don't mean what they meant before, especially if we change our attitude about what we've experienced. If we realize, like, for example, I'm just a drunk driver hits someone, and when we realize that that person was perhaps, something going on in their life, they are wounded, they were blind, and learning to see that every person makes those mistakes. They have their weak links, and then perhaps one can learn to forgive them and understand that they're just part of this big soup of life that we all are in the classroom to learn. So I'm going to go through the layers of physical that we've embedded these experiences. So and see if I can let go and help you, support you in letting go of the physical manifestations of the traumas. And it's not specifically one. It can be, though. And it's helpful sometimes to have a specific one to see if it, we've made inroads when, especially during treatments. But it can be a general, please just take it, I need, and whatever is the next layer, the next thing that needs to go, that you need to heal from, can heal. Sometimes it's, we can't always direct that, control that. So at any rate, usually it's what comes up, though, oftentimes, what comes into the field and into our awareness. So physical. And then mental. So it's all thought processes, logic, and explanations. Rational. And then emotional body, emotional part of our. Oh, did I forget? Psychological. Psychic wounds, traumas. And spiritual. Then we're going to link all those together for your own individual system. Now, if it stirred up anything that doesn't seem resolving, I'm going to spend a few little time doing some more calming of the physiology. So if you can have your eyes closed and just notice your visual field. It's what your experience with your eyes closed. Good. Okay. Just bring your palms together as you slowly come a little more to your normal state of awareness. You can stay relaxing as you are if you're lying down. But just take a moment to express some gratitude for any peace, any experiences, any insights. Take a deep breath in and bring the palms facing the heart, exhaling as you flood your system with your own healing energy. Take another breath and the same exhale gently, slowly. One more inhalation. Now, as you take your next deep breath in, face the hands outward. And exhale, sending that wonderful energy, that feeling in your spirit out into the world. Sending it to wherever you feel can be as most important, supporting others. And then again, let's bring the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, exhale, sending it out. Across the planet, out into the universe. One more time, inhale, just hands in front of the heart. Exhale. Bringing the hands back. I want to thank all of you for coming. A beautiful rest of your week. Practice that non-judgmental forgiveness that we would wish for anyone to do for us as well. So have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Namaste, peace, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll see you guys again next time.
Thanks. That's wonderful.
I feel good too.
It's a ringer. It's good.